Hi, welcome guys. I'm just gonna do a quick chat real quick. And I want to talk about disabilities, like mentally disabled. Like when I'm saying mental disability, I'm talking about like bipolar disorder, ADHD, anxiety, and how they link up with spiritual gifts, okay? So this is another one of the things we'll be talking about in my School for the Gifted. And again, if you cannot afford the school, but you really, really, really want to go to the school and you can't afford to pay all of it, you can DM me and ask Flo, can I make like a $30, $40, $50 donation? Everybody don't start doing that, because I'm not doing it for everybody. I'm talking about the people who really need it. Let's not take advantage of the system, right? Sometimes only, but okay. So I'm talking about disabilities, bipolar disorder, ADHD, anxiety, depression, okay? And I'm going to tell you, when can I get you back on the air to talk about this, my queen? Oh, Shake, soon, as soon as possible. I'm going on vacation tomorrow, so you will not be seeing me till July 13th. I'm literally going to regenerate, restore my energy. I'm working on a lot of things in my private life, my personal life, so that I could be a better service to humanity. We have to take care of ourselves in every possible way so that we can give back to humanity. And that's what you need to do for yourself. Take time for yourself. You don't always, listen, I know it costs money to go on vacations and all that, but you don't always have to spend money. You can do things that are not expensive. Like you can go somewhere to a park, an area, go hiking, sit by the water, by a lake, that's free. Sit there all day long, regenerate and restore your energy. Especially those of you who work like 9-to-5 jobs. Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you, people who work 9-to-5 jobs, you need the most breaks. 9-to-5 jobs are robotic, and they make you feel like you're just like everyone else. You get no time to yourself. You get no peace to yourself. You have to listen to a boss. You have to deal with coworkers. You got to deal with different types of energies at work. Hi, Lori. Look, I did my nails for vacation. I have such big hands, but I try to be girly. I don't know. So I want to talk about like bipolar disorder, anxiety, ADHD, and all that stuff, because I was diagnosed with all those things about 5 years ago. I had everything, and I was taking every medication I was on lithium, I was on Adderall, I was on Wellbutrin and Klonidine, and I was on all different types of things for my anxiety, for my bipolar disorder, my ADHD. I was up and down. My levels were up and down, and I'm going to tell you why. Especially, we're going to talk about depression first. I'm going to talk about the ones that I have experience with. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not a doctor, remember that. I'm just speaking to you, maybe to show you like another way. If you missed the class, can you see the recording? Yes, my love. Whoever misses the class, I'm going to have the classes recorded. Someone's either going to record it or me. And I'm going to make a YouTube link, and I'm going to send it to you guys privately. And then people have a chance to purchase the classes as well. So you could be a part of the class. You just won't be there at that moment. But if you purchase them, you can go back to the class and watch it, right? I'm going to do it for like $5.99 because you're not a part of it. So you get the whole experience for $25 a class, which is not a lot of money. I think it's very fair. I really do. And I'm giving people a chance to make payments on it, okay? Like a credit bureau or something. I'm trusting people to pay before class every time. All right, so, and then I always work with people. If you're like, I can't pay it today, but I promise I'll pay it next week. I trust everybody. You know what it is? Here's the thing. I'm not beat for $25, and at the end of the day, it's your karma. Remember that. I pay everybody what I owe them. I don't want to owe nobody shit. You know what I'm saying? All right. So what I'm going to tell, hey, King Montana, say hi, everybody. He's a really, really, really talented rapper. He uses all of his energy into his music, and he's amazing. King _ Red 93. I got to give him Calgin. I'm talking to that girl about Amsterdam, because we're going to go to Amsterdam. And I'm talking to her about us both staying at her place, because if we're going to go to Amsterdam, the ticket back and forth is $1,023. And if we could work something out for Nagelsound, we'll talk privately. But I'm talking to her about that, okay? Love you, King. I love you, boy. I love you. All right, so listen, guys. Let me talk to you about this, because this is a very fucking important topic. I got to tell you. I went through depression, bipolar disorder, ADHD, and I'm not ashamed of it. Listen, I was in mental hospitals like 3 times. I had to go because I didn't know what was going on with me. Now, the thing was I crazy, or was I just not tapping into my gifts? Sometimes I would have such massive amounts of energy. That's the bipolar disorder. And I don't call it a disorder. I call it a gift now, because it's not up and down anymore. I've learned to use that energy, especially when I'm up, 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 up. I use the energy. I get creative. I write. I do readings. I talk to people. I do whatever I can do to level out my energy now, okay? Even ADHD. Someone like me, when I go around somebody that doesn't know me, and I'm going to talk about these in order, okay? We're going to talk about bipolar depression, regular depression, because, you know, there's all types. Depression, right? Bipolar depression, anxiety, okay? And these are the ones I know about, okay? ADHD and multiple personality disorder. That's another one that they gave me, multiple personality disorder. Okay, so when they say multiple personality disorder, let's talk about that, because that one's going to be quick for me. Multiple personality disorder is something that a doctor might say you have. That's when you switch personalities when you're talking to different people. And I realized today I didn't have multiple personality disorder, but the thing was I was living so hard to please other people that when I came around this person, I acted this way. I went around that person, I acted this way. I tapped into different energy forms to adhere to what they had to offer me. And so I was feeding off that energy and throwing that energy back to them, right? And then I realized, no, it's not that. I just had to find who I truly am. And once I found who I truly was, I don't have multiple personality disorder anymore. Here's the thing. When I do readings and tap into spirit, I catch on their personality. I will act like them sometimes, talk like them, do their accents. Okay, just yesterday I did a Nigerian grandmother, and for some reason I said to the girl, she says, "Data, I love you." And she was like, "How the fuck did you know she spoke like that?" Like she didn't tell me her grandmother was Nigerian, none of that. And I catch into it. And that's where you got to understand. You have to understand. This is why I have to tell you before. Here's the thing. If you're going through depression, ADHD, anxiety, all of these things, I want you to understand. I'm not a doctor. I'm not, you got to check with your personal practitioner, see what's going on with you. But before you assume automatically, I'm depressed, I'm bipolar, something's wrong with me, I'm crazy. Before you assume that, I wish someone would have told me this, because I had no clue about spiritual shit. And so I thought I was sick. And so I started taking all these pills and they made me sicker. And being a person who has an addictive behavior, I abuse some of the medications like Adderall and Klonopin. Come on, you start taking those, they feel a little good. You're going to take another one, right? Even if you're not an addict, it happens. I've seen it. It happens to people who are like, I'm not an addict, right? Yeah, we're all something. Okay, so multiple personality disorder, I had that. If you ever feel like a doctor tells you that, you need to check into if maybe you're tapping into different spirits, and you need to figure that out. I'm going to explain something to you guys right now that I just recently learned from from a mentor of mine. He's not a personal mentor of mine, but I do pay for his classes, and they are not cheap, and I pay for them, and I learned some information so I can give back. That's his goal, to teach information so other people can teach it. And he said something that touched me. Around us, let's say this is your head and your body, right? Yeah, I'm going to do the stick figure. All around you, this is your aura, right? That's your aura all around you, okay? And we're going to talk about all this in my classes, but I'm going to give a lot of free information out to you guys as well. I have to share the knowledge, right? And hopefully I could teach you guys enough so you could go and share the knowledge. Can't you tweak it to move the room in your favor, to know someone's temperament and how to talk to them? Nubian, you're coming into classes, right? I'm going to talk about all that. You can move energy. You cannot destroy energy, but you can move it around, okay? So when I say you can't destroy energy, like you literally can't destroy energy, but you can move it around. So like when you're clearing karma, you can't destroy the energetic being, entity, whatever it is. You can't destroy them, but you can move them around. Like, okay, so you're going to have to go this way because it's not working with me. Yeah, to be able to respect other people and their morals. That's where boundaries come in. Nubian, I have all this information. Thank God I went through all this. I'm happy today. Back then I was like, why am I going through this? God hates me. But today I realized, oh my God, duh. Right? Okay, so this is us, and that's our aura, okay? I'm going to explain it to you guys like this. This is our aura. And imagine this. We come here, okay? So I look at the 12 astrological signs as the 12 spirits that are immediately attached to us from a past life, from previous lifetimes. They could be spirit guides. They could be a spirit that you haven't disconnected karma with. It could have a soul contract with that person. Now imagine there's a face here, a face here, a face here, a face here. Baby, I'll be done in 5 minutes, okay, babe? 5 minutes. I swear I'm coming. 5 minutes, baby. You can lay down right here. Lay down right here. Okay, so imagine this is your aura, and all around you there's spirit animals, there's entities, energies, there's different ones attached to you right now. Right? Let's say that, right? The number 22 up there. They're attached to you right now. Your job throughout life is to first find out who you are, your purpose, right? You find out what you are and what you're here for. And then you have to clear all of this karma, all of this energy that's attached to you from, there's different planet entities, there's spirit guides. Now, some of them are there to help you, some of them are there to teach you something. So they might do stuff towards you, but you think it's like a punishment, but they're there to teach you. And so they don't even know they're teaching you that lesson. They were sent there to teach you that lesson. If that makes any sense to you. Manhattan, I love you. I used my PK ability. Okay, so I'm going to explain that to you. So this is where the multiple personality disorder comes in for people, right? Right here. It's like all these spirits around you. So you have to teach them to like work for you, basically. It's like, I don't want to say it like that, but it's working with you is the goal. But at first you have to teach them to work for your energy, how your energy is. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Okay. So that's the aura. So you have to move that energy around. These are all spirits, entities around your aura. That's why they say you got to clear your aura. Like if someone was looking at your aura and your aura was full of things that's not supposed to be there, somebody would say your aura is dark, it's darker, it's gray, you know what I mean? But if somebody has their aura clear to be like white and pink and all that stuff, okay? Now, another thing I'm going to talk about. All right, so that's aura clearing, cleansing, okay? And I'll teach you guys how to clear and cleanse this in the classes. That is one of the things I'm learning myself as I go along, but I'm going to teach you what I've done thus far. And there's still a few things that I have to move around, but I've done a lot. I've done a lot of clearing in the past 11 years. I've worked so hard with this. You do Nubian? And good, because you're going to feel hours, huh?
Why did you say thus?
I don't know. All right, so now we're going to talk about ADHD. Now, everybody knows that's attention deficit disorder, right? ADD is attention deficit disorder. ADHD is adult deficit hyperactive disorder. Adult deficit hyperactive disorder. I think it is whatever. It's ADHD, ADD. It's somebody who can't focus. They're constantly like on the go, 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 go. Now, if you meet me right now and you don't know me and you're not like, that's Flo, she works with spirit and energy, so that's how she is. She's always very spirit cannot come through to somebody who doesn't have this energy. You have to be energetic and at fast pace, because they speak in a fast pace, so you have to be able to keep up with them or go faster than them sometimes, right? Which is why when I channel, I speak very quickly. All right, and people who understand energy, they understand that about me. Luca, my darling, how are you doing? With everything that we spoke about last time, how's it going? Please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know. All right, so ADHD. If you're struggling with ADHD, you can't focus, you think you need Adderall, you think you need to take medication for it, I'm going to just tell you right now. ADD. Attuned to different dimensions. ADD. Not adult deficit disorder, not ADD, attuned to different dimensions. You get it? So if someone can't focus here, maybe their focus is so in another dimension, another energy, that they can't. Yes, babe, missed you so much. Okay, good. I'm glad you're doing good. Good. Say what now? ADD, it's, adult deficit hyperactive disorder, right? That's somebody who can't focus, but attuned to different dimensions. When I was struggling with ADHD, which I thought I had a sickness and an illness, and I'm ADD and I can't focus, and people would talk to me and I would talk over them and I would interrupt them and cut them off, I didn't realize the whole time I was channeling energy. And a lot of times when I would speak to people and they would say something, I couldn't wait to talk to them. It's like somebody was telling me, tell them this. And I would say it and I didn't know. See, I never did good in school because of ADD. Now, I didn't know that I was attuned to different dimensions and I had spiritual gifts, right? Now that I know, guess what? When that happens, I can clear it and ground. And that's how you figure out like the difference between disorder. Some people really do have something like in the brain that's not right, and they have to take medication, and that's okay, right? And God looks at that as a totally different thing. It's something in the body that doesn't work properly. But a lot of us, I'm going to say about 80% of the people who think they're depressed have bipolar disorder, anxiety, and all that. Attention deficit disorder. Thank you, Stephen. I'm sorry. I apologize to all those, who are struggling with it. And
How'd you get adult?
Shh. Eliana, please, Mom. Okay. So, because it is. They have ADD and then they have adult, right? The adult hyperactive deficit disorder. Okay, be quiet. Why do doctors prescribe Adderall for ADHD? Okay, so now if you a normal person, and we're still on ADHD, so we'll talk about all that. If you a normal person were to take Adderall right now, a normal person with no, you would be so hyper. You would feel like you did some of that, and you'd be off the walls, talking a lot, blah, blah, blah. A person like me, for instance, if I took an Adderall, when I took Adderall, it made me like this. I was stuck. Like you talk to me and I'd be like, what? Huh? Mm-hmm. Because it slows you down. It slows your brain functioning down. It slows your actions down. And guess what? I thought that was the way to be. Okay, I'm too much. I talk too much. I talk too fast. And people couldn't handle it. And so they all made me feel like I was crazy. And so I would take the medication and I would stop everything I was doing and just be... I couldn't write, do nothing. I was stuck. Imagine a child running back and forth, running. Then you give them that medication and they're just stuck right there. I'd rather have my child running than be stuck, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And so people couldn't handle me. So they'd be like, yo, she's too much. She talks too much. I get it. But also, I'm also channeling energy and entities and spirit. And I could be your mom or sister or brother that passed or cousin could be talking through me right now. And that's usually 89% of the time it's happening. The other time it's just I'm probably hyper in a good mood and I can't stop talking, right? But most of the time I recognize now. And when I recognize now that spirit is speaking through me, it's not ADHD anymore to me. Now it's, oh, okay. All right. I tell them, shh, please, not right now, guys. I'm out. What's the matter, baby? I know. Okay, can you give me a second? I'll give you all the attentions in the whole wide world, okay?
No,
I'll kiss your toesies and your tush. Go downstairs. Go downstairs. 5 minutes. Eliana, 5 minutes, Mom. I love you. I will do whatever you need me to do when I'm done. Let me just finish this up. I was guided to talk about this. It's very important. Okay, so...
Wait, I have a question before you...
Go ahead. What's the question?
Do you have to do work on my birthday?
No, today I'm done. I'm doing this and I'm going to do 2 people and I'm done for the rest till July 13th, girl. We going on vacation. All right, so anyway, so what I was saying was I always got to pay attention to her. That's the thing about me. I listen to my kid even if she talks a lot because I understand. So, okay, so like I said, with ADHD now today, I understand flow. You don't have ADHD. A lot of spirit is trying to talk through you. You need to calm them down. When I was at the nail salon just before, the lady was next to me and I go to her. I was like, I'm a medium. And something told me to tell her. She goes, do you know that the girls in my family have this gift? It happens to me everywhere I go. I stopped one time in the middle of the street, and these are just little stories I'll tell you so you understand. When I recognized this was happening, I no longer thought I was sick. There was nothing wrong with me. Actually, I'm gifted, and that's what I need to do is go towards my gifts. Now we're going to talk about something else. Those people who think they have ADHD, anxiety, depression, bipolar depression, and none of the medications work, I got to tell you, it's because you're not living your life the way you should be, and you feel this way because when you're not living the way your life is supposed to be, which means either going towards your gifts or taking care of yourself spiritually or whatever it is that your purpose was when you came here, when you're ignoring those things, it turns into dis-ease, okay? It becomes a dis-ease in the body and in the brain. People who are sick are usually not really sick. They're just something in their life, they're not living the way they were supposed to. Exactly. Like you really, when you're not living your full potential and your purpose, or creative people, when they don't use their talents, they don't write their poems, they don't do their music, all that muse energy, right, is stuffed into them. And so it becomes like a big an explosion in the brain, and now they think they're crazy, but it's because you have all this information stored in you and you're not letting it out. When I started to let all this information out and started to use my gifts, my talents, my knowledge that I had, which I thought I was crazy before, but I didn't realize I had so much knowledge inside of me, I wasn't letting it out because I thought people were going to think I'm crazy. And so then guess what? It made me crazy. Literally. I was sick. I would sleep a lot. Weird shit like that. You understand? Now, another thing. So ADHD, really, if you have that, I need you to stop for a second and really focus for a second. And sometimes some people with schizophrenia, I'm not saying everybody because a lot of people do have schizophrenia, but I truly 100% know that that's spirit talking to them. And if it's good or bad, it's spirit talking to them. Because the guy that did a study on schizophrenic people, he studied over 5,000 schizophrenic people, and 4,872, and I'll never forget that number, 4,872 of the patients all said the voices told him almost the same exact thing. And that's negative spirit. Once they crack into you and you allow them to keep talking to you, they'll keep going and going and going. So they do these exercises with them saying, tell it to stop, tell it to shut up. And he was doing those, and he got about 3,000 of them to stop hearing voices. I'm just going to say, and he believed it was a spiritual thing. People were telling him, no, they're crazy, they're schizophrenic. And he got in trouble for doing like on the low experiments and trying to get them to spirit. And when he did it spiritually, he got 3,000 of them to stop hearing voices. So I'm just going to say, how did I calm down? So I calmed down. Hi, EXO. Hi, everybody. I calmed down through, see, at first I had to understand I was gifted, not crazy. And then once I understood that, and I started to really tell myself, Florina, you have a gift, you have a talent, you're able to tap into spirit, you're able to see things before they happen. Hi, Classy. You're able to know things before it goes down, and you're not crazy, and you have dreams, and they tell you what's going to happen. You know, I had to tell myself I am gifted. I had to, because the people around me were telling me that I was crazy and I need medication, I need to go to a doctor. So Florina had to tell Florina. My higher self had to step in and be like, hello? Anybody home? Hey, knock, 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 knock. Who's there? Anybody? You need to understand that you're gifted and you were brought here to do a specific thing and you're not doing it, and that's why you're depressed and miserable. Right? So understand that. Now, when it comes to anxiety, this one, it's not that I love anxiety. Not like that. That's not what I'm saying. I love to talk about this one because anxiety, every time I've been around a person who tells me they have anxiety, and I've sat with them for like an hour or two and worked with them to like remove the energy and clear it, and every time they, like, even people that got panic attacks, even my daughter, she was like getting a panic attack. Remember I put the ice in your hand? Did I do it to you? Yeah, right, the ice in your hand. You were like having a panic attack, and I put the ice in her hand, and the ice in her hand, she was like, it's cold, and it went completely away.
I didn't say it's cold. You just said, how does it feel?
Okay, all right, well, you have to like ruin everything. Am I lying? Am I lying though? Did that not happen? Anyway, she just wants the center of attention, and I don't like when she does that because makes it look like I'm lying, and I'm not. I put the ice in her hand, but I'm saying she's not the only one I've done. She's not the only one I've done this with. I've had friends having panic attacks, literally where they couldn't breathe. And the girl was like having a panic attack, and I put the ice in her hands. She got like now she's crying. She's a Cancer.
I don't like you.
You don't? You hate me? Okay. So she's a Cancer, and she's a whole ass drama. So sometimes I just be like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's my daughter. I'll smack the shit out of her. But anyway, so I love my daughter, but when she does that and she'll like say, I didn't say that, I'm like, are you trying to make me look like a liar, bitch? Because you did say that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the point is, right, when you get anxiety and you get like really, really, really anxious and you can't breathe and all that, you know what I'm saying? I baby her too much. Oh my God, she's a Cancer, guys. Help me, please help me. And she's a Virgo rising, so she wants everything perfect, and she complains a lot, and she is a baby. I swear to God, I have to do everything for her. It's crazy, but it's okay. It's okay. She might have been my mom in a past life, might have done everything for me. Now, when it comes to anxiety, right? When it comes, let her be the star. And I let her be the star. But you got to understand, Chris and everybody, Eliana wants to do videos and all that. Why don't I let her? Why don't you think I let her do that at 9 years old? What do you think about that? Like, I don't let my daughter, who's 9 years old, about to be 10, July 1st, get online and just make videos and stuff. Because why? Because why? You know why. You know why. I don't feel a 9-year-old child should be on phone all day on the internet. Look at me, I'm so cool. Because then they don't learn to grow up normally and to be humble and to be a person who lives life with normalcy. You know, these parents that put their kids on YouTube right now as babies, and they grow up and these kids have to read comments and all that. Just know, if you ever watched 80% of those YouTube kids, they're fucked up when they grow up, okay? When I say fucked up, like they're either doing drugs or some crazy shit. No, I know you were joking, Chris. I'm just telling you, you know? I just want to tell people for yourself. Like, unless your kid's doing something to change the world or something, she don't need to be on there showing people her toys and all that, because there's a bunch of perverts on there, okay? Yeah, and I tell my daughter all that stuff all the time. Like, even when I take video of her, I make sure I don't position the camera certain ways. You got to understand, as mothers, we have to be aware. We can't blame a pedophile for being a pedophile. A pedophile is a pedophile. That's what they do. It's up to you to protect your child. because you putting your kid on here with little, I saw this little girl, she was dressed like a Bratz doll. She had like thigh-high socks on. She was like 6 months old, standing up with little boots. Boo, 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 boo. There's men that find that sexy. A little fucking kid with a fucking, not even having a vagina yet, and they think about having sex with them. I have to say it that way, because you need to know. Okay? Let's not pretend that these perverts ain't grown-ass men trying to fit a dick into a little baby. That's disgusting, but what are we going to do? We got to forgive them too, because there's something wrong here. There's something not clicking here, okay? So I don't judge nobody, because motherfuckers got to be crazy to do some shit like that. You got to be crazy to even look at a child. I can't even look at a 16-year-old boy and be like, I will fuck him. Never. Come on. Really? No. Anyway, you guys, so I was talking about that, and I guess that's important for me to say, you know what I'm saying? She's covered up and she looks like a pilgrim. If it was up to me, it's disgusting, but yeah, you're the best mom out there. I'm not the best mom out there, but here's the thing. I learned by watching other people be mothers, watching girls bring guys home with their kids there, watching even, I learned from my mom too. She did everything for us, but she wasn't loving and affectionate, so she made up for it in other ways, but she had 4 kids and she was a single mom, and she tried her best. And you know what? I used to be resentful towards my mother, and I forgave her for a lot of things, because I did a lot of things to hurt her too. And so we got to know that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. She gonna have bollies and barrettes till she's 18. But even that, Nubian, some looks, they like that childlike look, and then you dress your kids so much like an adult. Dress them normal. Kids are kids. They would rather have a pair of Batman sneakers than Jordans. They don't fucking know what Jordans are. They go to school with $300 pair of Jordans on. They're looking at the kid with $10 Walmart Batman shoes on. They're jealous of that kid. Like, I want Batman shoes. They're a child. Stop. Stop. Really? Stop. Like a baby, when a baby's a baby and people buying them Gucci and this and that. Baby, that baby ain't gonna wear that ever again. A baby should be in the house running around with a diaper on and free. That's it. Let the motherfucker enjoy life before she gotta do all that other shit. I've been following you since Facebook, BFF, and you're growing up. Your growth is amazing. Thank you. I love when I hear that. Thank you, Poison. I love you. Thank you. I'm glad you guys see it, because guess what? This is what I did it for me, and then this is why God had me go through that and grow in front of you, in your face. So you could say, yo, it took her a long time, but she did it. Look at her today. She went from this to having it all to having it nothing. She went through addiction, depression, bipolar, this, all of it. Relationships, family, drama, child abuse, all of it. It was somebody from the family that did that, all of it, and they still show up in my dreams today, showing ass and still making me uncomfortable. I wish you were coming with us, Maneri, to the vacation. Anyway, you guys, so we were talking about ADHD. I got a little off track there, but anxiety, that happens to be one of my favorite ones to talk about, because a lot of people think they really have anxiety out here. They really do. They're like, it's my anxiety. It's my anxiety. First of all, stop saying that. Stop saying that. Do you not understand what you tell your body? What your mind tells your body will do? If you wake up and say, I feel like shit today, right? Going through a breakup, and you help me. I'm so happy about that, Poison. You're going to be good, baby. Give it some time. It's like when you try and quit smoking. It's 3-4 days, and time heals all wounds. And that's a real saying, because I know, okay? Exactly. So, right. So, what I was saying was, when people have anxiety and they say, I have anxiety. Oh, it's my anxiety. Oh, this anxiety is killing me. The more you tell your brain that, the more anxiety you get. Just like the more you tell your brain, I'm going to make it through. I got this. I'm good. That's how you get through it. So when I tell you, when I was going through anxiety, ADHD, depression, bipolar disorder, the only way I started getting out of it was when I started telling myself, Florina, you're okay. You're going to make it through this. I promise. Today might not be a good day. You'll have a better one tomorrow. There were days when I couldn't get out of bed. I don't know if anybody's ever had that kind of depression, to the point where you don't want to take a shower for 5 days. And I take showers and I clean myself. And I would get dirty and stink. And then it would take me 7 to 8 days to get up, clean the sheets. That's depression. I'm not dirty. It was depression. I couldn't get out of fucking bed. That's saying, you know what I'm saying, right? That's saying, you're so beautiful. I love you. Love you, mama. And I couldn't get out of bed. Anxiety, when I used to have it, it was to the point where I'd walk in a room, I'd get so nervous, I would sweat. I would sweat like under my boobs, like, I'm not shitting you. My neck here would sweat a lot. Weird places. It wasn't sweat coming down here. That's how you know when it's spiritual anxiety. When you get like weird sweat spots, you understand what I'm saying? Like your shoulders sweat, like weird shit. It's because it's coming from somewhere deep within you, and it's not actual anxiety. I'm telling you, you gotta clarify that with yourself, because if I go walk into a place right now and everybody's in a bad mood, if I don't don't protect my energy before I walk in there, Florina is going to be in a bad mood. I've been to clubs literally, and what the person's doing, I want to do it because I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't do drugs and drink alcohol anymore, but I went to a club a couple of weeks ago. The girl was, like, here's the crazy shit. This what kind of empath I am. The girl was thinking, wanting to do drugs and alcohol, and I told her no. Like, you know, we're trying, like, I try to be there and tell them, no, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I'm gonna say, yo, don't do it. Don't do it. Forget about it, right? And she wanted to the whole time. I didn't know this. So I left there, and she calls me. She's like, yo, I had to leave because I swear I wanted to drink and get high. And I said to her, you know what? I haven't wanted to drink or get high. I kept fiending, like I kept saying in my head, just this one time. She's like, Flo, I was saying that the whole night in my head. And I literally heard her thoughts and thought they were mine. And so if I didn't distinguish the fact that those were her thoughts and not mine, because I don't want to get high. I don't need to drink. I don't even like that shit no more. Don't get me wrong. Maybe one day if I'm in another country, I'll have a little drink and who knows, blow some coke off somebody's dick. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but that's life. Like, I'm not here sitting here going, I want to go out and get high. Because I know where it leads me to. It's like 2-3 days for me. I'm crazy, right? And so you got to know thyself. But here's the thing, and I'm not judging anybody who does that. Bitch, if you can control it, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Congratulations. But I felt I heard her thoughts. I didn't feel it only. I heard her thoughts, and then I started to get the feeling, the cravings. I was smelling the coke. I was smelling it. Like, I can stay away from anything I want, but when it's that strong and I felt like it was me, if I didn't know it was her feelings, guess what? I might have just fucked around and did drugs that night and did this and did that and left crying, talking about, damn, you know what they're saying. You guys know what I'm talking about. It is a good example, Chris, because it's the realest shit I ever said. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to recognize that. And guess what? Something told me to leave, and I got so uncomfortable. I went to Walmart to get like sneakers and change into something comfortable. And guess what? When I got back there, I was like, I don't want to be here no more. And I left. Like, spirit was making me distracted to say, oh, I don't like the way I feel in my shirt and clothes. I got uncomfortable in my clothes. And so they made me leave before shit got real. Right? Because if I would have stayed, for sure, I would have thought it was me. I would probably drank, probably done drugs, which is, I wouldn't have punished myself for it, but I don't want to do that. I don't need to do, not on a night like that. I told you, if I'm going to pop some Molly with somebody on a beach somewhere exotic and we're chilling outside and we're like, naked in the water, that's a whole different story. That's not sitting there doing drugs. That's having a good time on vacation. You know what I'm saying? That's a totally different vibe. I'm just going to be real with you. I don't fucking play fake, oh my God, I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. I go back and forth with myself too, just like everybody else, but I have to fight against that. And when I can't and I mess up, I don't look at it as failure. I look at it as a mistake. Oh, now I know next time I get those thoughts, ask somebody around me. Because remember, Spirit's talking to me. Are you trying to do that right now? Do you want it? Once they say yes, the feelings go away. It's like when I'm doing a reading. I'm trying to explain it to you guys so you understand. Just like when I'm doing a reading, I will feel uncomfortable, anxious, nauseous, and I'll be like, yo, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I feel nauseous. And the girl will be like, that's exactly how I've been feeling for the past 4 days. She's like, you describe my feelings, how I've been feeling for 4 days to the T. And once I figure out what it is, it goes away. Just like when I say, I'm getting a sharp pain in my chest, I can't breathe. Until somebody says, oh, my grandmother died because she couldn't breathe at the end of her life, until I find out who it is, it will not go away. That's how mediumship works for me, right? Hey, guys. Hey, Camilla. I remember why you're my favorite bad girl. I keep it real with you guys. Look, I'm very open, and things in my life, I don't pretend. I was going to NA. I did the counting days shit. I took the key tags, but I figure like this, Flo, you know you're going to want to have a drink or two, like some champagne. I'm not out here wilding no more. I don't sit there and do coke for 2 days by myself in a hotel like a psycho bitch, like I'm Tony Montana, because that's how I was, bitch, butt naked. Ball of coke in my hand and I was getting high all night. I don't give a fuck who knows that about me. You can say whatever you want. I'm man enough to admit that shit. Okay? So with anxiety, and thank God I never like sucked dick for drugs and none of that, which is why when I go to NA I can't like stay there, because a lot of them are talking about like the shit they did for drugs, and I'm like, oh, I always had money. And it wasn't because I was rich. I always had money, and if I didn't, I just didn't do drugs. Like, that's the kind of person I am. Like, if the weed man ain't there 2 minutes, I'm out. I don't need it. Forget it. It's a sign. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. So anyway, so what I'm feeling for you guys is fangirling at you reading my comment. I love you, Elruds. I love you. I saw your picture. I look at you guys. I creep stalk you guys too. Don't get it twisted. When Flo's up at night on the bed, I'll be creeping all your profiles, and I love it. I'm like, oh, she's so cute. That's how I see people, like this. Oh my God, she's so cute. But if somebody does something like that, I'm like, what the fuck? what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll see somebody like wearing underwear in which I don't mind, but I'm like, yo, bro, come on. I feel like commenting underneath. Go put some clothes on. You know, like, but I don't say it to be like, fuck you, you're dirty. It's like more like your man type shit. Like a jealousy vibe, but I'm not jealous. It's more like, yo, put some fucking clothes on. There's other men looking at you here. You know, don't forget, I think like a dude. So I'm like, whoa, okay. So with anxiety, I love that because, again, if you're having anxiety or you're having a panic attack, I suggest strongly you take a cup of ice, a block of ice or something, and put it in your hand and hold it. And if you're having anxiety, you're going to be so focused on how cold the ice is. You're going to be like, oh my God, this is fucking cold. And all of a sudden, your anxiety goes away. Distract yourself from what's going on. Just like you have to stop yourself from what you're thinking because you don't know if they're your thoughts or not. Empathic people, we telepathically communicate with each other all the time. I would know, like, and I'm going to make an example. Swear to God, there was like this one time I was sucking this guy's dick, right? I'm just going to say, you know, bitches got down. So I was doing it, and I swear to God, I heard him say, no, not like that. Go to the left. And I did it, and then I heard him again, do this, do that. I'm not kidding you. This is a real story. And I tell crazy examples because I think it's important to know that even in these little moments, you have to understand that's how gifted I am. And everything. And then when I was done, and, you know, he was done with his thing, and we had a good night, and we were laying there, he goes, yo, can I tell you something? I'm like, yeah. He's like, dead ass. I'm not saying this. I don't say this to girls. I could tell when a guy's lying. You know, you could tell, right? I don't say this to girls, but Flo, were you reading my mind when you were sucking my dick? Flo, I seen you in my car. We was in my dream. We was in a car. Wait till you see after this weekend while you had that dream. You fucking psychic. Watch this week. Watch, you're gonna see why. Because I've been doing something. I'm not gonna say what, but you know, let the universe handle it. So like I said, he said, were you fucking this is the normal guys? LOL. He goes, I swear, were you fucking reading my mind? I was like, yeah, I was. I kept hearing you say go to. He's like, every time I would say in my head, go to the left, you were going to the left. And then I would say, tickle my balls, and you would tickle my balls. I would say, he goes, what the fuck? I told you I'm psychic, bro. He was like, nah, bro, that's crazy. I was like, I know. You know what I'm saying? The next, 2 weeks, he wouldn't stop calling me, and I blocked him because he was getting mad annoying. This is why I don't suck nobody's dick. Let me just make this real clear. If we go on a date, and we date a couple of times, I'm not sucking your dick, because motherfuckers fall in love with me when I suck on when I suck on their dick, right? I don't do that. I don't do, sexual, oral sex, and don't do that, ladies, because that's for intimacy. That's for the person you love. You know what I'm saying? Unless you think you're gonna be with this person and you want to show them, let me break it down this house. If you're doing all that because you want somebody to stay with you, that's a different story. But if you're doing it on a night where, make sure you don't wake up the next morning and say, why did I suck his dick? And if you don't like his penis and you don't like the sex, stop them, okay? Anyway, way off topic. This is why I want a podcast, because this is the type of shit I'm going to talk about. Anxiety, we got that, right? When you're having anxiety, and just so you know, if you're feeling a certain way when you're out, you could be feeling the energy around you. So get out. Go outside and stop, clear it and ground. Clear it and ground, okay? That's all. You say, how do I clear and ground? You literally stop. You tell your mind, I need you to clear this energy and ground. Clear this energy and ground, okay? That's how you do it. Depression, this is a big one. Whether it's bipolar depression, regular depression, all types of depression, whatever it is. Flow, you laughing. I know, it's funny, but it's true. I gotta tell you, I have so many stories and shit, especially like through relationships and romance and sex and drugs and people and traveling. I have so many wild stories. This is why I need a podcast, because when I talk about it, people are gonna be able to say, I could talk about it too. She did. She's not scared. You can't be scared to tell people who you were or who you are. It doesn't define you. It just tells people I have experience and this is what I did. And it's not even all sexual stuff, but I have a lot of those stories too. You know what I'm saying? A lot. With women, with men, with couples, married couples. I have a lot of them, and I don't give a fuck what anybody got to say about me. You weren't on TV. You'll never understand when you're on TV. People literally throw their vaginas and penises at you. You have to block them. You have to be like, oh, penis, vagina, penis. You're like, and still to this day it happens. Know this, but I don't take advantage of it, because when I first got a little bit of money and fame, I was like, oh shit, everybody's throwing themselves at me. I was in love with it. But today I'm smarter than that. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing all that. I had my fun. I experienced it. You know what I'm saying? That's saying, you know what I'm talking about. Motherfuckers and bitches must throw themselves at you all the time, talking about, can you have a threesome with my man? Married couples trying to fucking attack and rape you. I have stories like that where people try to hold me down and lock me in rooms and crazy shit where I had to fight my fucking way out of it, right? Okay, and this is why I never did drugs that kept me down. I always did Molly and ecstasy because that shit made me mad strong. So you try to get me on that, you're fucked. I never took like Xanax, none of that. I don't like those pills. You know why? Because they make you sleepy. I need to be ready. What if this motherfucker try to shove a dick in my throat? I'm just sleeping here. I'm like, he's like, you're gonna suck that dick, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I need to be ready on Xanax. You can't be like, ha, karate chop the dick and run, dun, 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 dun. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be prepared. You gotta be woke. You know what I mean? So I was always doing uppers. I was like, yeah, God, I dare you to try to. I'll stop you with this pen. You know, take a pen and stab his balls with it and watch the sperm come out. Does that happen? No, it doesn't. Okay. Hey, gay baby. Alright, so you know, I'm crazy, but guess what? I'm not crazy in a bad way anymore. Now I'm like happy crazy. I'm funny. I'm fun. I love my life. I love who I was, who I am, who I'm becoming. I don't hide nothing. I'm not ashamed of anything I've ever done, and I don't pretend. Like I don't lie. I don't tell you a story and lie. Like put little lies in there. I just tell you straight up what it is. Why? Because people will see. Yo, she's like this and like that, and she's doing this. Look at her. She got her life together. She's still crazy and like fun, but like not crazy wild where I'm falling all over the place. That's never happened anyway. But you know what I'm saying? People need to relate to this because we all have a little bit of crazy in us. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whether to be laughing or to be shocked. You should laugh, but both. I want to say something, but if you watch the podcast with Beck that I did, you'll see what I said. I am absolutely insane. People will never say what I'm saying because they're afraid that people will be like, either she's crazy or she's a slut. No, I'm not. I experienced life. Don't get mad at me because you ain't never done that. You want me to tell you what it was like? I got details right now. I don't give a fuck what anybody gotta say. It is what it is. It's my life. Shut up. Okay, so depression. What are we talking about? Depression. And see, I'm glad. If you're watching this and you're feeling depressed, I hope this made you fucking crack up laughing and you don't feel depressed anymore. And that's my job, to make you feel better about yourself. And I love you, and you're powerful, and you're great, and you're incredible, okay? All right, so now, another thing I want to say to you guys. Depression comes from people literally who are not going towards their gifts, and they're not using whatever gifts they have, and so it gets stored in there and it becomes depression. And I promise you that depression is not living your true authentic self. Really, if you're living for everyone else, or you're falsifying how you are, or the information that's within you, you're not using it, and you're not listening to your intuition, and you're not listening to your own guidance, depression will fall in. Ask me, anybody in here who's ever been either in a relationship that's not working for them, or they were doing something, or working a job they hated, right? Working a job they hated or something like that. What does it always feel like? Like you're depressed. You don't want to get up for work. You know, some people work at places that are not the greatest places in the world, but guess what? They're happy to do it. They're happy to do it because they love their job. They love the people there, and they're happy about it. When you're not happy about the things that you do, guess what? It turns into depression, okay? There's something inside of you that clicked, right? Depression lies within all of us, okay? So does the rest of this stuff. So does addiction. So does heartbreak, cheating, even murder, okay? Everybody's got the ability. Like if someone was attacking your family, you would kill them, right? And you wouldn't even think twice about it. You know why? Because we all have the innate ability to either be good or evil. I'm telling you, good and evil is within us, and doesn't mean that you have to be like, evil's, I hate you. You have to learn how to work with the energy and like remove it from you have to really focus steadfastly on the good. When you're depressed, if you do not change your thoughts immediately, it gets deeper and heavier and heavier and heavier. My depression started when my grandmother passed away, and depression got worse every year. Gina, I'm going to beg you, don't say that anymore to yourself. And another thing, I love you because I'm going to keep it real with you. And if anybody doesn't agree with me, please tell me. Gina, you're my bitch. And I'm telling you, I look at you like a family member, and I got to talk to you this way because I needed somebody to say this to me. Let me explain something to you about all the things when you're like, does anybody know what's going on? You know that thing that happened in Florida? It's got me feeling really down. It's affecting me. No. That's how I got sick. That's how I was depressed. By letting everything affect me personally. Somebody was going through something. I'm like, oh my God, did you see what happened, Sam? That poor cat died. Yo, good happens in the world, bad happens in the world. Your job is to try to put as much good into the world and be as much of a person who's loving, compassionate, and forgiving as possible, so that other things, when you're focused steadfastly on the good, when you see those things happening, you'll donate $10 for not what you were doing with, you know who. I donated $50 to his mom because he's struggling. I'm telling you, the motherfucker they make money. What are you talking about? They're on YouTube every single day. This girl she was talking about on YouTube every single day. And why am I telling this? Somebody needs to tell you that. Somebody needs to tell you that. You need to understand. You want to donate money? $50. Like, I just donated $50 to St. Jude's Hospital, and I always do with them. I just want those babies to get cured of cancer. You want to donate your money? Do it to like places that is going to help someone, really. Not where somebody has the help and they're just out here getting attention. And not saying that anybody was getting attention, but you never know these days, right? There's people that are going to kill themselves. Another thing, because somebody told me, what do I do if somebody tells me they want to kill themselves? Go talk to them and speak to them and tell their parents to watch over them. But most people that want to kill themselves, they usually don't tell people about it. That's not something they're proud of. They just, like, they'll leave a note or they'll say a couple of weird comments. But people who want to do that usually won't go online and post about it 3-4 weeks in advance. That's a person who needs love and attention, and they need it. You understand what I'm saying? So find a way to give them love and attention, but don't make the problem yours. Just like I told Lori. I was like, Lori, no. Whatever she's saying online, whoever this person is, just ignore it, because I'm going to tell you right now, just leave a comment underneath. I'm here for you if you need to talk to me. And if they ain't reaching out, they really don't want to talk to nobody. You understand? That sounds fucked up, right? But as empathic people, as star seeds and light workers, people who care about other people, we have to understand we cannot... If I let every reading I did affect me, I would be depressed, because we're still talking about depression. That's how you become depressed. You let something affect you. There's a difference. Turn your empathy into sympathy. Empathy is when you can feel everything that person is going through. Sympathy is going, wow, that's really bad. I'm so sorry that happened to you. My condolences. I wish you well. But empathy, either if you're going to be an empath, use it as a gift and make money off of it if you can. Not saying that's what it's all about, but you got to make a living. Just use it for the right reasons. When you use your empathy on everything, feeling bad for everyone and everything that's happening. Oh my God, poor thing, that poor squirrel's dead on the thing. I saw a deer on the way here. I felt so bad, dead, but I just stopped and I was like, God, please bless that dear soul. Thank you. And I kept going. It's sad, yes, but you have to kind of logically break your mind from feeling everything and emotionally. That's how depression happens. The main reason people get depressed, number 33, is because of this. They start to get in the mode where they look at everything in life that's happening bad and they feel so bad about it that it affects them. That's how I started depression. The world is so bad, and look at this, and there's child molesters and rapers and killers, and I would watch a video and be like, you see how people are fucking piece of shit, and I would feel everything, and then I would be depressed for weeks. 4 weeks, I would carry the collective's energy into me, and I'd be dying inside. Okay? So what I'm telling you is you can't feel everything. You have to learn to, as an empath, if you don't strengthen your emotions, everything will hurt you. A guy not texting you back, you'll cry over it. Oh my God, he doesn't like me, you'll cry over it. Fuck all that, man. I'm just going to say it's beautiful to care about things, but it's not beautiful to make everything your problem. Because when you do that, you don't give yourself, as an empath and a light worker, to become stronger and then use your gifts to help other people. That's the point of being an empath, psychic, light worker, healer, doctor, all that stuff, is because you use your strength, right? What you're doing, you show people, I'm strong enough to do this. I'm strong enough to hear somebody tell me my daughter got killed in a car accident and she's only 15 years old. I'm strong enough to say, oh my God, that's sad, but I can't let my emotions in it, because guess what? Spirit will get emotional, she'll get emotional, I'll be crying, everybody will be crying, and then it's a whole sad reading. So what do? I snap Spirit back into place, and I'm like, all right, let's talk about some nice things, happy things. Remember, they're here to talk to you. We don't want to talk about sad things, so let me know what you're doing. Are you happy? Are you in school? Are you doing okay? And they'll tell me, yes, I'm learning lessons, it's okay, I forgive the person, and blah. And sometimes if they don't, I'll hear it and I'll look at them and be like, they're working on their forgiveness. So I'm just going to say that's what leads to depression, not going through. Thank you, Chris. I am strong, man. I got to say, today, I realized that today, and I said, Florina, you are strong as fuck. You're an empowered individual. And I sometimes will tell myself, oh, yeah, what these people are saying, like, I deserve abundance, money, wealth, blah, blah. I'm like, that's so selfish I sound. But then again, I'm like, yo, I need that to do the kind of work I want to do, which is build a community center, make an angel squad retreat, make a school for the gifted. Money needs to come to me. So I tell the universe, I'm going to need this, that, because this is what I'm going to do with it. I don't want money for Mercedes Benzes and Louis Vuitton purses. You'll never see that. When I get the money that I'm going to be blessed with, slowly or even quickly, I'm going to use it directly, immediately to help other people. That's where my energy is going to be stored. But I'll make sure I'm good and my daughter's good. But I don't need much. I need a nice little house, 2-3 bedroom, right? A nice little car in the front yard, maybe a lake right there, and that's it. I'm $1 million home. Look at me on flow. Oh my God. No, I'd rather buy 10 of my family members a house than buy myself one big old dumbass house that I don't want nobody to live in. Do you understand? Motherfuckers be 2 people with 12 bedrooms in their house. It's excessive. It's excessive. There's homeless people. Like, you could like build a homeless shelter. And you want to complain about homeless people around you, build a fucking shelter, bitch. Don't complain to me, rich bitch. Go out there and build a fucking shelter. Like, you know what? In my neighborhood, there's too many homeless people. They're just outside. Guess what? Build one big fucking arena and let them all sleep inside. Let them do whatever the fuck they want in there. They won't be outside. They won't be in your shit. They can do their drugs in there. They can fuck each other in there. And you won't have that problem. Take your fucking $10 billion and go build something and shut the fuck up. Don't complain about how your neighbor had. I don't want to hear your shit. Like, my neighborhood has bums there. Guess what? You don't have the money. Get your whole neighborhood to come together. Everybody donates $100 each person. If the whole last neighborhood donates, you could get about $50,000. You could build like a real shack for them, a home for. It doesn't matter what they do in there. Let them go be crackheads and drug addicts. Look, hey, smoke some crack for me, you lucky motherfucker. I gotta actually pay bills and work. Fuck you, you know. And you know it's not fun to do that, but you know what I'm saying. Like, fuck it. If they're gonna do it, do it. Like, I'd rather a fucking homeless person tell me straight up I need $10 for drugs than lie to me and say it's for food, because I'll fucking be like, I'm not giving it to you. I'm like, do you want this for drugs? Here, take it. Go fucking do drugs, because you're going to fucking go hit somebody over the head. I might have just saved the old lady's life by giving that person $20 because they were about to rob fucking Grandma Nana. And I gave them $20 and they ain't got to do that for the next 17 hours. At least, I don't know how long crack lasts, but they don't got to do that for a while. You understand what I'm saying? So I'd rather just be like, here's the $20. Don't go rob nobody. Don't hit nobody over the head. Have a good day. Enjoy your crack. And no judgment. Do whatever you want. Anyway, the point is that depression comes from when you don't live your true purpose. When you're not going into your authentic self, you get depressed. Your body's literally telling you through depression, anxiety, ADHD and all that, your body's literally telling you need to focus on something else. What you're focusing on right now is not working out. Maybe everything that you're focusing on isn't working for you, right? Maybe if you create or you write things or you do paint, do art, do something. Creative people usually end up with these things too. Very creative people who write poetry, do music and all that, okay? Then we got bipolar depression, right? Bipolar depression and bipolar disorder. Bipolar depression is a person who will be okay for a while, and then depression sets in and they're just down for weeks, months. Sometimes people will be down for years. But now there's also regular bipolar disorder. That's a person who gets really, 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 really hyper, and they could stay up. Sometimes I would stay up for 4 or 5 days with no drugs. Okay, not with the drugs, forget it. 6 to 7 days I'd be up. I'd probably take like a quick cat nap. It was crazy, like that kind of shit. And a person who is bipolar, they have bipolar disorder up and down, their mood will go from I'm happy to I'm mad. I'm happy to I'm mad. This is a person who needs to create balance in their life. The way they're living is not organized, and they can't. Their brain, bipolar people and ADHD, anxiety people, they can't have big messes around them. If you got anxiety, depression, ADHD, try cleaning up and organizing everything perfectly. So when your mind and your eyes sees everything, and if you have that and your room's a mess, get a maid, pay them $50 and tell them clean my whole room, something, right? If you're too depressed to do it or whatever it is, okay? Manic depressive, that's a person, what you said. It's manic. To be manic is to meaning to keep doing it. You're manic. It's like over the top depression to the point where you'll tell people every day, I'm depressed, I don't feel down, I don't know, I'm sick, I don't feel good, okay? So you gotta understand, what is that? BPD? Bipolar depression. You have that? Okay. So now a person like that, I struggled with that. I took lithium. I took all of the medications. None of them worked. They made me sick. I felt very sick when I took all of them. I felt disgusting. Like I couldn't even tell you how I felt. I would feel like I don't feel good. I can't. I gotta go home. And I would sleep all day on the medication, eat and stuff like that, gain weight for no reason. When you have that, bipolar depression, the first thing you have to remember, people who have that, they have to wake up in the morning, immediately lay there and tell themselves positive thoughts for the day. Even if you don't believe it at that moment, keep saying it until you do. Borderline personality disorder. Okay, and borderline personality disorder, that's not a borderline personality disorder. That is an interesting person that people don't get, and so they have to label you something, right? You're an interesting person, people don't understand you, and so it's called borderline personality disorder. That's a person who, like, has traits of like quiet, and they'll go in the shell, and then they'll be too much out there, and it's like, it's kind of like depression, bipolar disorder. Okay, thank you guys for clarifying that. Right, so I'm telling you, like, cleaning with ADHD is such stressful task. 2 hours in, I want to punch myself in the face. And now I'm going to tell you, if you start to do that and you do that all day, by the time you're done, your brain will remember where everything is and you'll feel organized. Everything has to be organized and not OCD like, because I used to have OCD to the point where I would wipe the doors 4 to 5 times. When I took a shower, I shit you not, I used to wash my butt like 15, 20 times. And if it wasn't either 15 or 20 times, I remember one time I forgot. I was like, oh my God, I had to go and wash it 4 more times because it wasn't done. It was bad to the point. I had all of these things. Right, antisocial, exactly. Now, how you do that? By forcing you face your fears. Antisocial, gay baby, let me tell you another thing about that. When you are antisocial and you have these fears and depression and all that, spirit, listen to the words that are coming out my fucking mouth. Listen to this shit, because spirit will have you stay stuck there because they like it. Misery loves company, and I'm not blaming them because they don't know they're doing it themselves, and they don't recognize they're harming you. They have no clue. They want you to stay with them. If you're out having a good time, those miserable, depressed spirits that's sticking around your home probably, or your aura, they don't want you to go out, because if you go out, you're not there to be sad with them. So they latch on like a leech, and the more you give it to them, the more you feed them and you feed them, and they're hungry, they never get full. These kinds of spirits, food demons, you can call them demons, I call them just negative energies. Food demons, sex demons. I had sexual energies following me around for a long time. Guess what? I stopped masturbating. I stopped having sex for 2 years. But the other year, I was, but like with people that I was dating for a while or whatever, however it was, instead of like being like, oh, I'm going out for the weekend, because I didn't want to be in a relationship, so I would just pick somebody for the night. And it wasn't strangers, but it was somebody I knew. But the point is, when I stopped doing all that stuff, I no longer drew sexual energies. And even though they still come to visit me in my dreams, they'd know better than to do anything sexual, because it pisses me off. I told you, don't fucking touch me. Because if you're doing it to me, I'm going to think you're doing it to my daughter. I'm going to think you're doing it to other people in this house. You got to understand. Set those boundaries, because that spirit is latching on to you, baby. They're holding you tight. They're holding you tight. Oh, I can't leave you. You can't leave me. We're depressed together. Oh. If you break away, you move that energy. They can no longer follow you around, and without you, they can't survive in this force field. By helping yourself out of depression and anxiety, you help spirits. Listen to me, baby. That's why as a light worker, you have to battle things in yourself first. And by battling things in yourself, you help other things, other people, other energies, other spirit, other people in your family seeing doing you good. They'll want to do good too. You'll help spirit around you that you don't even know you're helping, bro. They're around you by accident, but they might be watching or feeling your energy and your actions. And by you taking action to stop being depressed, by you taking action to say, I don't have anxiety, by you taking action to say, I get good men, I get great women, by telling yourself every single day that you fucking deserve happiness and love, by telling yourself that every single day, you will help spirit all around you. There's spirit babies around you, my love. There are children who died in the midst of depression. Oh, I'm gonna cry. No, we're not crying. Okay, thank you. There are spirits that died in the midst of depression. They could be 7, 8-year-olds, right? There's some of them that committed suicide. I'll feel them in people's homes sometimes, and I'll say, or there's a child that maybe was killed, or they died suddenly and they can't get over it. You have to preach to yourself in your mind, because your thoughts vibrate an energy. It's a feeling. It's not words. They don't hear words. They feel vibrations. Why do you think every time you have a dream about a spirit, they don't talk to you? They're like, or even an alien. It's all telepathic communication, which means it's vibrations, which means it's frequency, which means it's vibrating through this whole room, through this whole aura. Right now, me speaking to you, there's spirit right now going, yes, get it, tell them. I can feel them so happy. People around you, that I could feel them right now saying, yes, that's what was wrong with me. I just got to break out of it. I got to get out of it, because if you don't get out of it, you're stuck there. And when you're stuck there, you ain't getting out. So you have to tell yourself immediately, no matter how hard it is, every day I can do this. Me with eating healthy, every day I'm like, don't eat that. It's fattening. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not good for you. You're not going to like it after. I have to remind myself and tell myself, and not putting myself down. I remind myself in a good way. Do you understand? These classes are all, baby, they are the best thing you're ever going to attend, my loves. And I'm not, it's not for promotional purposes, bro. It's $20 a class. I'm telling you, I was meant for this. I'm going to stand up like a real teacher. I'm going to have a headboard in the back of me, and I'm going to be talking. I'm going to have the camera like this, and I'm going to do like a white wall behind me, and I'm going to write on it and teach things like a real classroom, and everybody's going to be able to interact. I'm going to have people switch, and they can teach for the night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to do fun stuff. Like, who wants to be a teacher for the next 20 minutes? All right, teach us. What have you learned in life? And make sure, you know, it's something good. And if not, shut the fuck up. I'll be like, okay, this is not working. Let's regroup. You know what I'm saying? We have to work together. You got to understand, baby. How do you get in these classes? If somebody can, okay, so you can Cash App, like this is the way I'm doing it. You can Cash App me. First of all, it's $25 a class, okay? $25 a class. If you sign up for all 8 classes, it comes out to $200 because I take away the extra $30 that you'll be paying. So it's $200 for 8 classes, and they are an hour each. It's every Tuesday and Thursday night from 7:30 to 8:30. So everybody has a chance to get home from work. It's New York Standard Time. Eastern time, and it's from 7:30 to 8:30 every Tuesday and Thursday night. And you can Cash App $ Angel Squad, just like it says, SQUAD, Angel Squad 111, just like this. $, Angel Squad 111, and you Cash App me a down payment of $40, and you say, this is for my down payment for the classes. So you already have 40 towards 220, right? So I'm slow a little bit. So that's 2, excuse me. Wow, minus ass. Okay, so that's 2, and I don't know what that is. If anybody knows, 220 minus 40 is 200, 280, 260. So you'll just, 160. So you'll just owe 160 after that, and you can make $25 payments every time you grab the class, every time you're in the class, okay? I can't even say you capping. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't even say you capping. I'm not. This is my destiny. I'm going to have a school for the gifted, like X-Men, Professor X. And everybody's going to be sitting in the school, and all these kids that are all fucking, parents think they're crazy, putting on medication. They're going to come to my school, and I'm going to change children's lives, parents' lives, grown-ups, adults, old people, young people. They're going to be in my classes. On this side, the parents, the moms, the dads, they could be there while the children are in there. They're getting art therapy. They're being creative, and they're figuring out that they're gifted and talented, and they know they're powerful at a young age, and they don't think they're anxious, and they don't have depression, and they don't have anxiety. They could talk about their feelings. They could talk about their feelings and their emotions. Moms and children will become closer because of it, because I'll hear a kid say, I feel like my mom doesn't pay attention to me, and I'll be like, okay, so your son says in there, this is not judgment. I'm telling you, this is what we're here to work with. He wants you to pay more attention to him. Let's start that. And then you see all of a sudden 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, a month later, somebody comes in, Flo, me and my son, we're so close. Thank you so much. Because it happens now. I did it with relationships. When I do couple readings, they're like, we're so close now. You brought us together in a way I never thought it was going to be together. I brought them together spiritually. Their energy is together now, not just their bodies. I have this gift of bringing people to their true potential and becoming who they truly are, because I wish somebody would have done that with me growing up. I wish there were times that I wanted to enter talent shows and nobody came to watch me because they thought, she's just fucking around. When I was writing music and nobody paid attention to it, if somebody would have been like, that's amazing, keep doing it till day, I would have been doing a million things. But I was led here for a reason. My purpose is for a reason, and I will not get off my track. I will never. And you guys need to understand that I'm not going to be the only one doing it, because once you guys get in there, this is my goal. Gina knows what I told her. Once I get you guys healed, the team that's been with me from A1 day one, guess what you're going to be doing? I'm going to give mad people jobs, working in the school, working in the farm. We're going to be building stuff, farming stuff. I'm going to have people donating to it every day, and I'll be able to pay my staff. and you ain't got to go to a 9-to-5 job. You ain't got to fucking worry about somebody. I'm going to be the best fucking, not your boss. I'm your partner. We're partners. It doesn't matter if I own everything. Everything's under my name. We're going to do this together. By me building your strength up and making you know your powers, your gifts, you're going to turn around and help people. And then hopefully when it all happens, you could help me develop out of the country, several schools for the gifted. Flo's school for the spiritually gifted. And I'll have it everywhere. Everywhere. That's the fucking goal, right? But for now, we got to slow and steady wins the race. Take it here and then take it there. I'll be doing motivational speeches. I'm going to need a team around me when I do motivational speeches. I go to different countries. I'm going to need like 10, 15 people with me. And I'll be like, look, I'll pay you $500. The flight's paid for. Just come with me, hang out, and help me out. That's it. You're not here to get my coffee and be my bitch. You're here to work with me, babe. See that girl right there? She's having an issue. Go talk to her and listen to her and be with her and talk to her and see what she says. I'm building, what do you think Angel Squad is? It's my team of angels that's going to help other people become angels. The angels that are around me are helping me become the angel I still have a lot to work on, baby. I do. But guess what? I'm working on it. I'm trying every day. And the universe knows it. They see it. They see it. They see me trying. Every day God sees me. Angels see me. Spirit guides see me. Healed ancestors see me. And they're like, she's trying. Every day she tries, though. That's the thing. They want to see you trying to be the best version of you. And that's what I'm trying to do. I know I have to eat healthy now. I have to be a light body. And it's not about losing weight or being skinny. I have to be peaceful and calm and feel good about my body, feel confident about my body. Because if I don't have confidence, nobody's going to be able to have confidence. Without mine, I can't give it to them. I love myself inside and out today. But I know there are a lot of things I want to work on. Not change or fix. I'm not broken. And none of us are broken. Some days are easier than others. It's a fact, baby. It's a fact. There's days when I'm like, ugh, she's a new mom. You know what I'm saying? I love your daughter. Mashallah, the golden child. I told her she was going to have a golden child. I told her that. And I did say she was going to be a girl, right? Yes, I did. I said she's going to be a golden child. She's going to come into this world and she's going to change this world. Because Kayla's been working on herself since day one too. And she still stays in touch with all of us. And that little baby, while she was pregnant, she was meditating. Now that little baby's got her mom who's wise and knows things that other people don't. She could teach her spiritually, baby, you're just going through this because of this. Like I tell Eliana, I don't scare her. Tell her there's spirit around you. I'm like, baby, you could be feeling someone else's energy in the house or, just energetically. And you got to tell it to stop. And then sometimes she'll be like, I don't like when you say that. But then she'll stop and she'll be like, I did it and it worked. I'm like, I told you, you just have to manipulate the energy because it could be Nana's feelings you're feeling or Eleanor's downstairs or Nino's. You have to control those feelings. And she's like, okay. Even when she's sick, she goes, Mommy, can you do your magic on my head? And I'll take the headache away from her. So, I'm building a team here. All these girls, Kayla, Gina, everybody, all of you guys that are always in here, don't think I don't know who the fuck you are. And I don't know everything about us. And I don't know that we all we were brought together for a reason. Hello, you're my soulmate. You're not going nowhere. I'm crazy. I won't let you go. Unless you're on some bullshit, we're going to do this together as a team. So anybody here who's with me, Team Angel, we're going to be doing things together. I'm not going to do it alone. When I'm going to travel, I'm going to call the people that I see constantly on my ship. Like, all right, so you've been on my ship for like 2 years, just rocking with me heavy. And I'm not saying this to show up. Let's go. I got a private jet. We're all going. And not like that, because we're going to be helping people and healing people. I'm going to have my books. Listen, I'm 38 years old. I always said by the time I'm 40, I'm going to be a millionaire. By the time I'm 50, I'm going to try to be in the millionaires like bracket, almost close to $1 billion, to the point where I can help so many people. And if that doesn't happen, even if I'm a 1 millionaire and I build my one little school and I'll be satisfied as long as I'm helping people. It doesn't matter how big or how small. I'm not here it has to be this big. I have to be this. I don't want fame. Fame is not what I'm chasing either. Whatever I do, music, write a book, any of that, it's going to be the kind of concert you come into, and it's going to be people sitting around like with their legs folded, and I'm right in the middle of you guys, and we're looking at each other, and I'm telling people, come over here, come sing with me. That's what I want. It's not about, I don't want to be on a stage in a concert. I want to be intimate. I want to have a bunch of people sitting around me, musicians, guitar players. I'm like, all right, who's going to perform next? Like, I'm like, what? I don't know. Yeah, you're going to perform. I'm going to give people an opportunity to shine. Why is it got to be all about me? It's not. It's not about me. We're going to give your children a chance to shine, you a chance to shine. That's what I'm building. It's a community, not fame. Fame is something I had. I don't want that back. I want a community. I want a support system. I want to support people. I want to be able to call somebody and be like, I need you. Or they be able to call us and we go there because they need us. Have a house, right? That every fucking 3-4 days, every weekend, whatever, I'll have people, yo, you're here. You come to the house for the weekend with their guitars, their poetry, their psychic abilities. And it's just a bunch of fucking spiritually gifted people just chilling in the crib for like 4 or 5 days. It don't matter where you live. You ain't paying for shit. Everybody, the food's here. That's what I want. It's not going to be a party house either. That's not what I'm looking to do. Listen, maybe we'll trip and take some mushrooms one day to get more enlightened, take some ayahuasca. But all that other shit, we want to do all that crazy shit, we go somewhere else. We go to like fucking, I don't know, fucking Jersey Shore and get crazy. I'm just playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but what I'm saying to you is not about that in my life anymore. When I say I want to party with people, it's a different type of party. We're going to be like Woodstock. Exactly. We're going to be meditating together, praying together, healing our children together. If somebody's sick, we put them in a circle and everybody puts their hands over them. And we have all of our angels and spirit guides heal that person. I promise you it will work. The more people, when people pray together, it's mad powerful. They did a test with meditation where, oh, thank you. Today I feel like I feel beautiful because my skin's glowing, my nails are good, and I'm fixing myself. I got to get a tooth over here, man. I'm about to go make a GoFundMe and be like, yo, everybody pay for my tooth. Because, you know, when I was locked up, they took my tooth out. Bitch, it's $4,000 for a tooth. I'm trying to get a car, my own place. Priorities. I ain't got a tooth back then. I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't smile regularly because of it, but I'm not ashamed to say that, you know? I'm the type of person, if a tooth is bad, I don't want to keep getting root canals, so I get them taken out because in the back, all the way in the back, I don't want, and I have one here too. I have to get that fixed. These are things I'm fixing, but guess what? One day at a time, and I'm not ashamed of it anymore. I was like, I'm not talking about my tooth no more, and that bothered me for a long time. I would cry sometimes because I didn't want to smile. Like, I even got the fake tooth to put in there because I was like embarrassed, but I'm like, yo, I've been around guys and girls and nobody's ever commented on it. They think it looks fine. They're like, look, I can't see it. Yeah, you can't see it that way, but you can see it that way, and I'm not showing you. You know what I'm saying? Insurance refuses to cover. They don't cover that shit. Anyway, so the point is, you guys, depression and all that, bipolar depression, anxiety, ADHD, the only reason you're feeling that way, it's not the only reason. There obviously is medical. Take medical advice from your practitioner. I'm not a doctor, but however, I do know, I've been through it myself, and I got to tell you, most of the time, a lot of us, if we're depressed and we're feeling down, we have ADHD, it's because we are not tapping into our gifts. This is why I'm doing the School for the Gifted, you guys. Again, this is not about promotion. I gotta tell you, this is what led me to it. Because I said one day when I get my shit together, I'm gonna show everybody how I healed myself. Because I think a lot of people out here taking medications, feeling like they're disabled because they don't know that they're gifted. And if I could just show them how to tap into their gifts, that's all I need. You know? I love your tangents. What is that? What's a tangent? What's that? What's a tangent? I don't even know what that is. But you know. Oh, another thing I want to explain. You know what kind of medium I am? I'm the kind of medium when you do a session with me, just if anybody ever wants to recommend anybody or anything. The kind of mediumship I do is not just like, oh, your grandmother came through, she died because of this, but it'll be a bunch of shit. They'll tell me like if you're not eating right, they'll tell me what you need to eat. They'll recommend things to eat, like healthy stuff, like what's good for you. I'll be like, what's going on with your liver? Oh, okay, well, you need to eat this and drink that. They'll tell me what to give you. That's the kind of readings I do, to the point where I go into your health, why you can't get out of a relationship or can't find love or whatever it is. They'll tell me everything. You need to do this. You need to work. They'll tell me specifically what a person needs to work on internally. I'm not the regular medium. I'm the medium that goes deep into your aura, into your spirit, your past lives, and I look into everything, and every information I'm given, it's not bullshit. I'm hearing it and I'm taking it out of me. But a lot of times they'll do things like confirm. Like yesterday I was like, okay, so I'm seeing like 4 or 5 kids. They're sitting on a fence, and he's a young black kid, and she goes, my best friend just died, and he's young, he's black, and we used to all sit by the fence at school like that. And I drew it. I had like the drawing of the stick figures in the thing, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, oh my God, we used to hang out by the school like that. I get it. And I'm like, yeah, well, I guess he's just trying to say, like, don't think I forgot. I don't forget all the times we sat. This is what I do when I do mediumship. I doodle a lot. There's something about me and doodling when I do mediumships, it's constant, nonstop. So I just want you guys to know, like, everything I'm doing is just, I'm just trying to heal people. But here's the thing, at the same time, you guys are giving me a lot of healing and a lot of knowledge myself. Sometimes when I'm talking to you guys, I'll figure out something. I'll be like, oh, that's what it was. And you won't even know that I just figured it out. But I figured it out by talking to you and communicating with you guys. I'm going to be doing readings while I'm on vacation. I'm going to go live and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be spending money and shit. So I'm going to do readings, not for the money. I'm going to do them, right? Like, not to people, but, you know, who knows? If I see someone, I'm like, you need a reading now. Like, sometimes I'll be like a gypsy in the street. I love gypsies, though. I'm not talking bad about them because I love them. I believe everybody's a little bit gypsy, you know. But anyway, so the point is, I'm going to do some readings while I'm there. Today, my energy is off the wall because I am going on vacation. So Spirit's like, oh, man, she's not going to be around for a while. Like, you know, they can't communicate with me and bother me because I'm going to be in another energy area and I'm clearing a lot. I'm going to the beach. I'm clearing my energy and grounding. I'm going to sage a lot, Palo Santo myself a lot there. So I could clear and ground. So I could get rid of any old energies and anything that I don't need to learn lessons from. It's time for them to go. Because, you know, there's a few things in my dreams I see that I have to clear. But I'm not mad about it. You know, I'm working with it. I'm learning. I'm grateful for everything because I learned. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? All right? I love you guys. I'll see you guys. You know I'm going to go live. Come on now. I'm going to go live with you guys. I'm doing my hair today after the readings I finished today. And I want to, you know, obviously I can't stay away from you guys for too long. It feels like a mom without her children. I got to check on everybody. Make sure everybody's eating their dinner and washing their ass. I love you guys. I will see you guys later. Have a blessed day. Love and light to you all. Maybe tonight, I'll do some readings tonight before I go on vacation and see what's coming for all of us. Maybe I'll look for what's coming for me too from vacation. So if I have some energy later, we'll go tonight. And guys, when you guys are my team, right? When I'm on live on like YouTube and all that or any of that, you got to let people know to donate. Because that's why I'm not everybody else. They're sitting there making 2 cents off a video. I ain't got time for it. If I'm going to sit here and read you guys for 2 hours straight, I don't care. If you ain't got the money to donate, do something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking write down. This is her website. This is what, when I'm telling you, my success is your success. And I mean that. My team. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I got a team. I'm not here to work nobody. I could do it on my own. I don't need nobody's help, but it would be nice to have some fucking help. Right? I need help too. I'm not Superwoman. All right? I love you guys. I'll see you guys later. And I love you. I'll see you guys later. And I said that because there's times when I'll notice, like, you guys think that donations are the only thing you could do to help me. No, even if you don't give me $1 ever, at least like let people know this is her website, you know, follow, this is her, you know, because I'm not a promoter. Don't you see that about me? I'll do shit. I'm not talking about promotions. I ain't got time for it. Okay? All right, so I don't have time for it. So I'm not sitting here like as a promoter to promote myself. Look, guys, when I have something going on, you see, even the school, I'm like, I have the school going on. Yeah, check my information. I'm not a good promoter of myself because it feels awkward. It feels like I'm chasing people for money or like trying to get money off people, and I'm not about that life. You all know that about me, but I have to be more, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not mean like that. I've seen girls on like readers be like, well, if you're not signing up, then you can't leave a comment. Like there'll be bitches, and I get it because they get tired of doing shit for free. It's like, it's draining. That's why I took my time and being smart today. But I love you. I appreciate all you guys for all the love and support you give me all the time. Thank you guys. Love and light. I'll see you later. I gotta get to a client. Okay. Bye guys. I love you. Yes, baby. What does she want now? I'll see you guys later. Love you. Mwah.